What is up, Earthnoids and Spacenoids? I am just a simple Newtype, and in this episode, we are returning to Tomino's original light novel, Mobile Suit Gundam Escalation. Last time, Amuro escaped Texas Colony. He woke up at Caseta-3 in the hands of Cusco Al. Char also escaped the colony, and Kycelia began her own Newtype team. This time, Amuro turns down Cusco Al. He meets back up with the Pegasus crew, and General Revel makes the team a special autonomous unit. So let's get into this. This chapter starts with a neat little fun fact. Side 6 decided to opt out of reproducing the 4 seasons on Earth, so things are random, or decided by the people. They don't specify who makes the decisions. However, every 4 or 5 years, they program in heavy rain or snowstorms to remind the people that they are a part of an ecosystem and to not get too lazy. A guy in the consulate has an easy life on Side 6. His gig involves monitoring over the Flanagan Institute. Amuro asks him what that is. He says it is where Zeon trains their new types. Amuro thought that is in violation of the Antarctic Treaty, as Side 6 is neutral. The guy says, "Welcome to the real world, kid. This is why letting kids in without experience with the opposite sex in the military is a bad idea." Amuro doesn't understand what the opposite sex has to do with this. His commander says this as well. I think he's referring to his old Mobile Suit Commander Revel, not Bright in this moment. This man is Lieutenant List Hayashida, and he is a spy for General Revel, working as the Federation consulate for Side 6. Cusco Al tried to sneak him into Balda Bay after Customs gave him a hard time. Amuro is worried about the core fighters still. List tells him that Cusco isn't an official employee, but is at the Institute daily. She is a new type. List asks about the core fighter. He mentions it is just an escape pod for a gym, but List isn't buying it. Revel personally told him to watch over Amuro, and he doesn't get it. He gives Amuro Cusco Al's ID and location. After talking to List, it dawns on him that he is being set up. Amuro heads to the Flanagan Institute to meet with Cusco, knowing that List was probably tailing him. They didn't plan this meeting, but she knew that he would come for her, which is why she is wearing a dress. As they head out, the two banter back and forth. He wonders if she is using psychology to trick him. She said absolutely nothing, but he sensed that she is calling him a baby. Amuro is triggered. He stops the car and gives her the boot before taking off. He realizes how stupid that interaction was. But it's too late now. He has to commit to it. Good job, buddy. The Federation forces took over Granada and renamed it First Step, or FS. This functions as the Federation Forces' base of operation as they set their sights on Side 3 and Abawaku. The Von Braun side was named LH, or Look Home, as it faces Earth. From Balda Bay, Amuro hitched a ride on a Salamis ship, the Trichegan, heading back to Earth. Back in the arms of the Federation, it seems like he is being treated like an executive officer, but in reality it seemed like he was a prisoner. Also on the ship is List, who the crew is keeping at a distance. Amuro hopes that he never meets Cusco Al again, because it would most likely just end up being another Lala situation. It has been 2 weeks since the Battle of Texas Colony. The Trichegan docks with FH when Amuro meets the Pegasus crew. He assumed they all died during the battle. He was hoping to see Ryu, but then reality hits him. The captain tells Amuro congratulations, and they look forward to his future successes with the 127th Autonomous Squadron. He doesn't seem to know too much, but it seems that Amuro was handpicked by General Revel. Everyone crowds around Amuro, welcoming him back. They got word that he was on Side 6, and they have been waiting for him. General Revel is waiting to meet with him. They all head out on Elicars and fill him in on what he missed. He learns that they lost the ship, but Operation Star 1 was successful. As the Federation makes their push, Zeon seems to be struggling with an internal conflict amongst the Zabi family. Then Amuro goes, "Oh hey, Mirai, you got a little fat." His autism is poking out again. It was because of Sayla that they were able to get out of Texas Colony alive. They think she may be a new type, and she is, but they don't know that she is from Texas Colony as well. Bright mentions that she says she is from Side 7 like him. The kids head back to the ship while Bright and Amuro enter the HQ. Amuro wonders what ship. It is the Pegasus 2. He realizes they are shipping out the battle real soon. General Revel calls Amuro a true new type. He says that Zeon is stalling because they believe they are developing a secret weapon, something that is capable of hitting the moon from Zeon territory. This is the colony laser. They don't have to build a new one either. Since Garen is going full dictator, he just has to boot people out of a colony. Uprooting civilization and culture? Easy peasy. The rumor about Zeon forming a new type team seems to be true, which is why Revel is forming his own new type group. This is the 127th Autonomous Squad, with Pegasus 2 functioning as the vanguard. Revel says that the helmet that Amuro took out was certainly a mobile armor designed for new types. He goes, "Good job, boy. The way you vaporized that mobile armor? Solid work." Amuro goes, thanks, I guess. Scars and shit, but whatever. Revel says that he isn't waiting for the desk jockeys over at Jaburo, and they are taking action now. That's straight up a jab at Gop. Suck it, Gop. Bright believes that Jaburo is a bigger problem than Zeon. Bright doing a little bit of Titan shadowing over here. Around Abawaku, Char is testing out the new Rick Dome. There is a 360-degree shock absorber installed in the cockpit to help with the G-forces. He mentions that the Dom bazooka is on the same level as a Musai's main cannon. Char is certain he could take care of the white mobile suit with this. A fleet is approaching in the distance. When he fires and destroys the ship, he is with 5 other Doms. This happens to be a mock battle. The Red Comet says they would all be dead if this were real. They all roll it back and run the mock battle once again. He sees that the Elmith is also running simulations with him, and he thinks that Lala is probably the only real Newtype. He now has a team of combat veterans on his side. His Dom team tries the Newtype technique called Formation G. It involves 6 Rick Doms surrounding the target in a circle across a 500-kilometer diameter, then slowly pushing in, shrinking that circle until the enemy is hit by one of their bazookas. Seems like there would be a little bit of crossfire there. However, the Elmith is able to push through and isolate one Dom with its bits. They pick off one Dom at a time. It is a real pilot and not a simulation. The Elmith's bits take out Char's leg. He goes on the retreat. The Elmith is able to take him and the remaining Dom out. He senses a female is piloting the Elmith and he gets mad. Char wonders if it is Cusco out. She's just going to end up like Lala. Her voice comes over the comms. It is Cusco. At LH, Mas Khan is explaining the latest improvements to the mobile suit. This version of the Gundam has the magnetic coating. They haven't improved the reactor, but with the magnetic coating, he should get a significant boost in mobility, that a new engine won't be necessary. They are still figuring out how to mitigate G-forces in the cockpit, something the Dom has unlocked before EFF. He is happy that the Gundam still has eyes, unlike the Gems. Amuro says that there is something very human, yet uncanny about the Gundam having 2 eyes like a human. While in the cockpit, he sees and feels the warm light. He thinks it is Lala, but it soon vanishes, and he thinks it is just his imagination. He felt a chill. He wonders if Newtypes are merely tools of destruction. Will his fate be no different than Lala's? The new mobile suit has the grace of a boxer. Amuro launches in G-3. The RX-78-3 G-3 Gundam is a testbed mobile suit that was used to master the magnetic coating. It is equipped with the NICN system, the newest version of the learning computer that was also used on Alex Gundam. This retains the core block system and hardpoints. Weapons include 60mm Vulcans, a saber which can be swapped for a beam javelin, a beam rifle, a hyper bazooka, a shield, the Gundam hammer, and the hyper hammer. In the novel, it doesn't seem like it's a part of the BOA line of beam rifles, though it still has the same firepower. He takes off. The power is amazing, but he wonders why the engineers didn't reinforce the armor. He hasn't realized that EFF treats life as expendable yet. Amuro wonders if this is what Lala was trying to warn him about. Even if Amuro is a Newtype, he is still a Federation pilot and must follow orders, not ponder the universe. Staying alive is what he needs to focus on. On the Pegasus 2, Marker Clan picks up the new Gundam moving in. He docks with his new ship. I assume the design resembles a second-wave Pegasus ship like the Albion or the Grey Phantom. Since they mentioned the bridge looks more horse-like, Sayla guides him to Hatch 1. When he lands and gets out, he is met with Petty Officer First Class Callahan Slay. Once back on the ship, Amuro thought that he would have a moment to breathe, but he and Kai started running training exercises. There are 2 other mobile suit pilots on board. Ensign Sarkis McGovern and Ensign Kriya Maha. Seeing familiars like Marker and Oscar made him feel at ease. But fuck you, Kai. While in the cockpit, he thought he felt the presence of Lala. But then, Sayla comes on the radio. Amuro then realizes that he's really, really, really horny. He decides he is going to try to hook up with Sayla. And that will do it for this episode. Move over, Newtype Amuro. We are about to witness horny Amuro in all his glory. He seems to let his judgment get the better of him, and Amuro just ends up pushing people away. There's definitely some daddy issues popping up that has been exacerbated by Lala's death. Next time, the Zabis will meet with the Prime Minister Darchia Bakarov. Zeon will evacuate their 3rd colony, Mahal, to prepare for the laserification, and we will continue with the adventure of horny Amuro. But that will do it for now, Newtypes. Remember to rub one out before testing to become a Newtype. You may just be horny. Peace.